Now we're gonna do it. Because we're gonna create a copy of Iymrith now, and we're gonna choose the copy that we're gonna choose the token to survive. That way, Squash fizzles. That's one way to get around that and keep Iymrith. And I didn't realize that there was a legendary token frame. That's adorable. I love it. What is up, Janksters? It's your boy Graham, also known as HamHawks42 on the internet, and today we have a fun Alchemy deck. I was challenged to build this on stream by Snowblind, so Snowblind, thank you for the challenge, I appreciate it. And the challenge was to build a deck with Orvar the Allform and dragons, and use Orvar the Allform as some kind of engine to get dragons moving in fun, cool, interesting new ways. And so that's what we did. We built an Orvar the Allform deck, which is, and if you're not familiar with Orvar, he's a 3/3 changeling, which means that he's every single creature type, or they, I should say, is every single creature type. It is so they are a 3/3 for 4 changeling. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, if it targets one or more other permanents you control, create a token that's a copy of one of those permanents. So you create copies every time you target your stuff with spells. Great, love it. All right, so what kind of things are we going to be copying? Well, a couple of things are pretty obvious. I mean, for one, Town-razer Tyrant. This card, whenever it enters the battlefield, it punishes your opponent for having lands. Our opponents are going to have lands. It shuts off all non-mana abilities of those lands, so creature lands can no longer transform into creatures. And at the beginning of their turn, they have to either sacrifice it or take 2 damage. So creating multiple Town-razer Tyrants, not only do we get multiple recurrences of that effect, which is basically going to chew apart our opponent's mana base, but which is really vicious, if I may if I may say. But additionally, it is going to be dealing damage to them. And it's putting 4/4 flyers on the board. So the bodies are very relevant as well. And that creature only costs 4. Now, in all likelihood, it's not only going to cost us, it's going to cost us less than 4, because we do also have the Fearsome Whelp in here. Fearsome Whelp is a phenomenal card from Alchemy. No surprises that these are here, right? Town-razer Tyrant and Fearsome Whelp are the two, like, AAA all-star dragons from Alchemy. They just are. There's no question about it, and it's not even close. So Fearsome Whelp says, at the beginning of your end step, each dragon card in your hand perpetually gains. This spell costs 1 less to cast. So that can make our Town-razer Tyrant as cheap as 2 pretty consistently. Also, multiple copies of whelps equal multiple triggers on our end step. So being able to copy the whelp to produce additional triggers is also pretty darn useful. And those are 1/1 flying bodies, which is a little less relevant, but they're decent blockers, and they can chip in for a little bit of damage throughout the course of the game, so nothing wrong with that. So that's what we've got going on. That's the core of the deck. Now, what other goodies did we put around it? Well, we have a 1 of Iymrith Desert Doom. Iymrith is a really cool card that is capable of doing some cool stuff, primarily draws cards. That's really what it's here for. It's a 5/5 flying body for 5 that is difficult to kill because of ward when it's untapped. And whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card, and if you have fewer than 3 cards in hand, you draw cards equal to the difference. So if we are hellbent, if we have 0 cards in hand, we'll draw 3. So really, Iymrith is 5 damage in the air that can draw us 3 cards. Now, Iymrith is a little bit of a problem alongside Orvar because Iymrith is legendary. So if we were to make a copy of Iymrith, we'd have to pick either the copy or the original to survive, and the other one would die, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that's okay. As you saw in the preview, that's not going to be that big of a deal, or that can still work out to our benefit. We also have Red Dragon. This is a janky card. Red Dragon is a janky, borderline playable card, and when I say borderline playable, I'm being generous. This is actually an unplayable card. It is a 4/4 flyer for 6 with Fire Breath. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 4 damage to each opponent. So being able to ping our opponent directly in the face upon entering the battlefield is really, really useful. And the fact that the Dragon Whelps are here and potentially here in multiples means that 4 in the mana cost, that 4 generic mana that it requires, is going to be chipped away pretty fast. So we can present, so for 6 mana, this card's not that great. For 4 mana, this card's actually pretty good. For 2 mana, this card's insane. So if we're able to get the Fearsome Whelp going with a Red Dragon in our hand, we can do some pretty cool things. And then if we can make copies of it with Orvar, awesome. So those are kind of the core dragons that we've got running the show. We do also have the Orb of Dragonkind. This is an alternate way alongside the Dragon Whelp to to help us ramp into our dragons. So if we don't have the Fearsome Whelp in play, this is a great way to help get us additional mana to help cast our dragons, which again can include Orvar. We can also pay 1 red and sacrifice it to search our library for a not search our library. Look at the top 7 cards, grab a dragon, put it into our hand. So we can restock our hand and we can do some cool things with that. We also have Dragon's Fire in here because Dragon's Fire does a couple things for us. One, it's just good removal. It's good removal that can deal up to 4 or potentially even 5 damage if we have Iymrith online pretty consistently. So we're dealing 4 damage a lot with it. And the other thing it can do is deal 3 damage to one of our creatures that we want to copy. So we can actually create additional copies of, say, Red Dragon or Town-razer Tyrant using Dragon's Fire if we don't have a good target that we want to hit from our opponent, and instead we want to kind of ramp up the pressure in some of our other metrics, some of our other ways. Dragon's Fire is a great way to do that. We also have Sinister Reflection. Sinister Reflection is a crazy weird card, but it works beautifully alongside Orvar, and in this situation where we're trying to create additional enter the battlefield triggers, it's just awesome, because Sinister Reflection says, conjure a duplicate of each of up to 2 target non-token creatures you control into your hand. So what you're doing is if Orvar's on the field for 2 mana at instant speed, now the 2 mana does have to be blue, which is a little bit of a challenge, but at instant speed, we can take 2 of our non-token permanents that are on the field, so 2 of our creature cards on the field, put copies of them into our hand, and if we have Orvar, we can pick one of them and make a copy directly onto the battlefield. So that can give us a backup Iymrith, it can give us a backup Orvar, it can then create a copy of a Red Dragon or a Town-razer Tyrant, and so it gives us so much value for only 2 if the situation allows it. Now, it is very situational, which is why it's only a 3 of. Given what it's capable of, I mean, this could turn the game in our favor and potentially close it out for us if we hit it in the right circumstance. But if we draw it in the wrong circumstance, it's going to be pretty underwhelming. If we can get Orvar online plus something to copy, it's going to be great. But we need something to copy, and Orvar online really takes this to the next level. We also have Spikefield Hazard. Spikefield Hazard is great because it is a land. It is also a spell that deals only 1 damage to a specific target. So with Orvar online, this says deal 1 damage to target permanent you control, create a copy of it. That's pretty great. Yeah, if we can make a copy of a Town-razer Tyrant, a copy of a Red Dragon, or a copy of Iymrith if we need to in order to dodge removal, we can do that. Spikefield Hazard is very, very handy, very, very powerful. You see a guard approach is similarly powerful, except it can also protect the original. So if our opponent tries to hit us with removal, if they try to like Infernal Grasp our Red Dragon or Infernal Grasp our or Fateful Absence, our Town-razer Tyrant, we can hit it with See a Guard Approach. All of a sudden, the original creature has hexproof, and now there are 2 of them. Awesome. Like you try to remove it, we're just splitting it, we're just making more. So See a Guard Approach is awesome in that regard. We also have Fading Hope that can do something similar. It can create, so if our opponent is trying to remove our stuff, we can bounce it back to our hand and then create a copy again if Orvar's online. We can also use it to remove pesky blockers, so we can close out for that final hits of damage, which is very handy. And if our opponent has a board wipe, like if they try to wipe the board and we have a Town-razer Tyrant and Orvar online, we can bounce the Town-razer Tyrant back to our hand, get another one, get the ETB trigger, the board gets wiped, and then we can play out the other one from our hand so that we just bounced back. So it's one of those situations where Fading Hope gives us some additional enter the battlefield triggers in some pretty cool ways. So that's the deck. We also have Glasspool Mimic in here because Glasspool Mimic is another way to create a copy. If we have a Town-razer Tyrant online but Orvar's nowhere to be seen, we can throw it on a Glasspool Mimic. Worst case scenario, it comes in as a land. And we do need lands, obviously. We have some very big spells in here. And so we need to hit those land drops. So that's what Glasspool Mimic and Spikefield Hazard are definitely filling that role nicely. Speaking of lands, as far as our lands go, we have 6 basics, 3 islands, 3 mountains. We actually are running the Snarls here, which is noteworthy because this deck wants to have lands that come into play untapped, ideally. And so we're running, and we have a lot of double red and double blue costs. And so as a result, we just need more duels than other decks allow. And in Alchemy, we don't have a ton of options as far as duels go. Now that I look at this, I realize Forsaken Crossroads would fit in here nicely as well. So in your versions, please don't hesitate to put that in. But so we're running the Snarls, we're running all pathways, and then we're running all the slow lands, the Stormcarved Coast. Yeah, and so this is technically an Is It Dragons list, but this is not the Is It Dragons list. This is Orvar the All Dragon. So let's go ahead and run some gameplay footage and check that out. This was recorded live on stream this morning, and if you'd like to join those streams, it would mean the world. I really appreciate it. It's twitch.tv/hamhocks42, and if you have a deck idea that you want to see me build, you can actually challenge me to do so using channel points, which are a currency that you acquire just by hanging out and being part of the chat. So I'm looking forward to seeing you there, and in the meantime, let's run the gameplay footage. Add Hullbreaker and Epiphany. When in doubt, add Hullbreaker and Epiphany. It writes itself. Is this not the exact same hand? Because we're playing best of one, I think the hand smoother genuinely thinks this is a good hand. I really don't want to mull further. I'm actually gonna let Orvar go here, and I'm not happy about it. But I picked the format. Okay, rock on, Typhi. So, at the end of the day, I mean, Finn the Fangbearer is going to be huge. Yeah, Sean, exactly. Yeah, the same hand after the mull. Like, I don't think it was exact, but it was like maybe one card different. But like Spikefield Hazard and Mountain were the only lands. Drive an adversary. Well, of course I played the Spikefield odd. And we draw an Orvar. That's worth blasting. Get it gone. We need to draw blue mana source. We just do. Dragon Whelp would also be acceptable here. Well, it's a blue mana source. I probably should have specified. Only the amount of land in your hand. Really, Hull? I didn't know that. Okay. I thought the way the hand smoother worked was that it selected, like it drew 3 hands and selected what it deemed to be the best one. All right, yeah, we're just getting mana screwed here. I should have mulled to 5. I hate mulling to 5, but we're going up against just the mono white aggro. Visitor Captain, yeah, we're humped. Or our spell package clashes with how many dragons threshold whelp and or probably need. Hard to jam at all. Yeah, if you're not expecting, you're not wrong. It is a difficult balancing act. We're gonna use Sea Guard approach to tap down Adeline to prevent some of this damage. Prevent the majority of it, actually. Fearsome Whelp, you are late to the party. Yeah, drops 3 hands and choose the one that is on a land closer to the average you need. Okay. But it only looks at the land. Got it. Okay, cool. I genuinely didn't know that. Yeah. Ducky, yes. Infect is poison plus -1/-1 counters. So poison plus wither if we really want to like really go for it. So like Soulscar Mage might fit in the deck. If we want to go, I'm gonna tap that down, but they have enough damage on board, I think. Yeah, we're gonna. It's too slow. We were off to too slow of a start. And by that I mean we don't stand a shadow's chance in hell at coming up with anything here. No blocks. Come on in. Welcome to my face. Because we're not running board wipes in here. Seraph and some token generation, go wide. So, yeah, Finn and Seraph win. Yeah, Ducky, we can do that. That's not a bad way. Not a bad way to go. Yeah. All right. Yeah, this is fine, I guess. The backside of Pugilist, me pants. We can do that. Declan, sorry, I keep missing your messages. I don't mean to. No reread. What is no thumbs? Oh, thank you. That makes way more sense. I was really nervous there for a second. Sorry. Golgari's definitely an option as well. So make sure you're going to the route of putting double major so you can double Finn. Then instead of doing 2 poison counters, one does 4, and also put 3 giants side. You can just copy. Make all 5 Finns, then do like 20 poison counters right there. Declan, that's pretty sweet. Making copies of Finn is gnarly. I love it. You know, Ari, I am a silly boo. You're not wrong. All right. I've been literally auto-type wasabi. Followers, that's okay. Wasabi's delicious. I see no problem with this. Night of Scavenger, Moss Viper, and a creature heavy deck. Rock on. We don't have any plays anyway, so I'm gonna put the land out because we need the lands. I don't love these DFC starts, but we do have the Spikefield Hazard in case of small critters like a Magda or something of the like. Dark Scavenger, Moss Vipers, if heavy creature. Yeah, TIE Fight, we can do that. Bang out these dragons and punish the queue, right? TIE Fight, that's the hope. That's the hope. We're trying to bang out these dragons, but it's not working. You double strike and all poison creatures as well. Oh, Ducky. Okay, yeah, we can use that. You guys move with the New York Giants? I mean, well, yeah. Up with the hand smoothing, draws you 2 hands, 2x copies, and the best hand with a mix of spells and lands. Choose after the deck. That makes sense. Yeah, Death Touch plus Trample is gnarly. All right. This is a very slow start for us, and I'm not happy about it. Questing Beast. Declan Questing Beast could do good work in a Death Touch deck. You're not wrong. Ramon Protector. All right, fair enough. Yep, I'm sure. How to give Rotting Registrar to have Death Touch? Fair question. You know what? I'll take it because I really want to hit Iymrith on 5. Orvar, Senior All Form. Let's go. Ronus the Indomitable. Oh, okay. Another target creature +2/+2 trample till end of turn. Ah, very nice. Yeah, Ronus could do good work. And every time I see Ronus, yeah, Gruul Poison with Embercleave. Ooh, Talmud, that could be brutal. We got some options. We got some options here. The hand smoother only does that for the original hand. If you mulligan, it doesn't do it again. Just a straight random one. Oh, interesting, Hull. I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't realize the hand smoother only did that for your starting 7. Armored Protector. Orb of Dragonkind, where the heck have you been? Your mother and I are very disappointed in you. Okay. Oh, TIE Fire, you sent a whisper? Rock on. Thank you, thank you. You know what, TIE Fire, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, TIE, I do appreciate that. I have got some ideas. I'm thinking we could do Soulscar Mage Burn because that puts -1/-1 counters on stuff. So that is one element. So Infect does 2 things. Infect is poison to the face, and it also deals damage to creatures as -1/-1 counters. So I'm thinking if we do Soulscar Mage, we can get that -1/-1 counter action and go proliferate. So I'm thinking a Teamer Proliferate package in Historic could actually be a ton of fun. So that's kind of my thought. Home of the Host or whatever it's called. Oh, Fallen Rose, actually, that would be great. Yeah. Really mean Saltide Landfall, Infect Brawl with Yarick. Ah, that could be fun. I'm not mad at that. Declan, I'm not mad at that at all. Yeah, so I'm thinking a Teamer Proliferate package with Soulscar Mage and Finn could be a lot of fun. Calamity Bearer, that's a problem. That is a significant problem. We can kill Agar here, but it's... Orvar's gonna die and they're gonna draw a card. Not happy about that. Yeah, we can go Klexi. Exactly, TIE-Fi. Klexi fits in there perfectly. Dragon's Fire to get rid of that Calamity Bearer is kinda huge. Yeah. Taking Iymrith to the face. We draw another Dragon's Fire. You'll love to see it. Let's go. You Spikefield the dragon before sacking Orvar. Can't move because the dragon's legendary. Now we're gonna do it. Because we're gonna create a copy of Iymrith now, and we're gonna choose the copy that we're gonna choose the token to survive. That way, Squash fizzles. That's one way to get around that and keep Iymrith. And I didn't realize that there was a legendary token frame. That's adorable. I love it. No, can't move. It's all good. It is all good, my friend. Get Orvar back again. Tell a friend. Nice dodge. Thank you, Ari. I felt pretty good. I enjoyed that. All right. Red Dragon, let's go. I don't know why I had to growl there, but I did. I couldn't help it. Battle of Frost and Flame. Or Frost and Fire, rather. I'll just Sinister Reflections, a copy of Orvar into our hand. Oh, Orvar's a giant! Ha! I didn't even need to worry about that. Silly me. Awesome. Love it. Sultai Ultimatum and Infect deck is very fun. Deck it, I believe it. Night of Scavenger. Night of Scavenger is a great card. Great card. And we got it. We got the win here. Check it out. It goes a little something like this. Red Dragon triggers. Boom. Then we Dragon's Fire. I'm gonna decline that. Our own Red Dragon. Yeah, totally sure. Boop. We create another one. Red Dragon triggers. Boom. To the face. Let's go. I know, Ari. He doesn't look that big. Exactly. There we go. Boom. All right. That felt good. All right. Let's go. All right. So we got Orvar. We got Sinister Reflection. We got 3 lands. This isn't amazing, but it could be a heck of a lot worse. Yeah, Red Dragon. Shockingly clutch ad. Exactly, Tom. It was a late addition to the party, but my goodness, it came in handy there. Yeah, I can tell the oppo is super confused. Can't move for sure. When they hit the Battle of Frost and Flame and Orvar survived, they're like, wait, what? And to be honest, because I cast the Sinister Reflection, as you can see, I got that wrong too. I had forgotten that Orvar is a giant, which is funny because Orvar is everything. Yeah, the hovering around. Yeah, exactly. Like, what is happening? This is not how this deck works. Naya with Blade Historian. Ooh, Ducky, that could be good. Yep, we could go Naya with Blade Historian. That is an option. Blade Historian's mana requirement means that, like, it's definitely preferable in situations where, all right, let's go Whelp to make these Orvars cheaper. The blue creature that says all instance in your graveyard have flashback. Yeah, yeah, Lear. Yeah, Lear could, I mean, Lear would fit. It's just a great card. I think we need to kill that Lotus Cobra. Yeah, Lotus Cobra is very good. I don't want that around. Oh, Tav, you sent a DM, rock on. Okay, thank you, thank you. Need to go now, you just red or white for Historian. That's true, Ducky, you do, but you need to have a lot of red or white in order to cast it out. Because Undo Mammoth, good card, good card. Quite solid. No complaints. Iymrith, the Desert Doom. Iymrith, the Desert Doom. Let's go. I would like double Whelp triggers on Iymrith, please. Thank you. Boom, boom. Let's go. And now this Orvar costs 1. You'll love to see it. Ideas not to play the list. Okay, rock on, Typhi. Thank you. That's a sizable Kazundu Mammoth. Come on in. Welcome to my face. Has all those sweets. And we draw another Fearsome Whelp. Well, I'm going to play out Iymrith here. Iymrith Desert Doom. And we're going to attack in the air with some stuff. Orvar is going to be back to block, even though, let's be honest, I'm probably not going to block anytime soon. Scootsworm with Bow of Nylea and Finn. Ooh. Well, Declan, Bow of Nylea isn't, but there is Seraph. Seraph gives all creatures Death Touch. Yeah, Scoot with Seraph could work. Exactly. Go landfall for Scoot. Yeah, that's an option. That is definitely an option. Orvar's taking one for the team. And our backup Orvar costing 1 is quite nice. Red Dragon, what up? What up, girl? All right, so we're throwing Orvar and another Fearsome Whelp. Our Whelps are going to have to start blocking some stuff, but Iymrith can go face, draw us a card. It happens to be a land, which we can play. And then we have Sinister Reflection back. All right, cool. I'd rather Sinister Reflection the Red Dragon once we get to hit it next turn, so let's down tick it dramatically. Red Dragon is shockingly effective in this list. If we draw a land next turn, we can Red Dragon and Sinister Reflection the Red Dragon, and I think that's game over. I've been playing Madness, Vampires, and Pioneers. Geo Gandalf on the Built Rock on Hull. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that for you. Didn't mean to do that to you, I should say. Let's see if they create the Tree Folk. Yeah, which they do naturally. Scoots for days. You know it. You gotta get Scooty with it. Nah. Get Scooty with it. Hold on, I felt like with the Yarok and Sereth and Finn. Yeah, could be good. Could definitely be good. All right, Fearsome Whelp's taking 2 for the team. Their job has been done. Red Dragon. Then we're gonna Sinister Reflections, make a copy of Red Dragon. And let's put another Iymrith in our hand just to have a backup. Make a copy of Red Dragon, blast to the face. Ba-boom, ba-boom. No attacks. That was pretty brutal, and I appreciate it. Storm Le Festable, very nice. No Cheville and Standard though. That's true. Yeah, Chevel cycled out. Now all their homies have Vigilante, which is mildly problematic, but not the end of the world. We just need to survive this attack. If we survive this attack, we should be fine. Would have won if we attacked. Fallen Rose for sure, you think? We take 3 here. I think we may have lost this game. Red Dragon blocks Tangle Guy, yes. Iymrith has to bite it, unfortunately. We take, good morning, Mama Boo, how are you doing? All right, if we draw into an instant that can create a copy, if we draw, no! Let's say if we draw into an instant that can copy with Orvar down, we're golden. Since we didn't, we're not. We lose. I'm doing well, Mama Boo. I'm doing well. We're losing this game, unfortunately. We could have potentially played it more aggressively and won, which is mildly problematic, but not the end of the world. We did get our opponent down to 1, though, which is nice. I think if they swing with a lot, oh, and they have Omnath, of course they do. Why not? So, yeah, rip, indeed. I think we're dead here. Yeah, Settle the Wilds, they get an Omnath trigger. Yeah, we're dead. Unfortunate. Yeah, Kazumubu Innkeeper won it. You're not wrong. The life that they gained off Innkeeper kept them going. Yeah. Unfortunate, but it was a good game. It was a good game. Yeah, and I could have played it differently. Could have won it. But, alas, it's all good. Thank you so much for checking out the video, and if you enjoyed that one, please take a look at this playlist right here for more deck techs just like it.